Welcome to part 2 of the topic we have been looking at, three costly mistakes that we must avoid in order for our destiny to be fulfilled. The first one we mentioned, we talks about destiny, which we said destiny is God ordained plan, purpose, and ability deposited into an earthen vessel called man with the intention of manifesting that ability to the earth. According to Genesis 1:26 to 28, God created man. And Genesis 2 verse 7, he made a man from the dust of the earth, and then he breathed his life. That life is destiny. John called it a light of all men in John chapter 1, and read down from verse 4. And then Jesus made us to understand Matthew 5:14, we are the light of the world. So life, destiny is a product of life and is manifested as light to our world. We talk of the costly mistake that we must avoid career-wise. When we are making a choice, career choice, we must not influence, allow our emotion, our peer group, our loved ones to take priority. The Holy Ghost must help us, guide us according to the gifts of God, according to Proverbs 18:16. Then the second mistake we must avoid, we talk about spiritual family called the church. That God knows where we are supposed to be regarding the assembly, that we can be properly fed for our maturity and fulfillment of destiny. Jeremiah 3:15, he said to Israel, I will give you a pastor, a shepherd after my own, who will feed you with knowledge and understanding. The level, the kind of knowledge we are fed will determine our action, determine our decision, and that will determine the result we obtain in life. So you cannot live contrary to the level of information. Proverbs 24 verse 3 says, by wisdom a house is built, by knowledge a house what by wisdom a house is built, by knowledge it is filled with what? Treasures. By wisdom, a man of knowledge, the Bible says it increases in strength. So you must understand that knowledge, wisdom is very critical, and only God knows who he can place to give us a knowledge part time. Understand that the church itself that you belong cannot be fixed regarding the purpose of God. God can decide to change the place of your worship. Why? Maybe because of his way for you, or maybe because of the spiritual level of knowledge you need for the destiny at a time. So don't be fixed when God is telling you move to another place of worship. Don't insist on you staying or this is where I was brought up. No, you were not brought up in any church. You were born into Christ in redemption. So anywhere God decides to push you to per time so that you can be properly fed, get yourself on board with God and join yourself to that congregation for fellowship, so you can receive the knowledge that is needed for your destiny at that moment into maturity. My people perish for lack of knowledge. Is the causes of war, man limitation, lack of knowledge. So you need the proper knowledge, not just knowledge, the knowledge of the truth. It is only the shepherd God has prepared as a vessel that can give you that truth that that can be translated into a solution that which the world will need as an impact. So today again we're going to dive into the third part of the costly mistake that we must avoid in the place of marriage. The third part of life that you must be careful when you are making choice so that your destiny is not crashed is the place of union, marriage, building up and starting up a family. First of all, let us look at what marriage is. Marriage is a union. The Bible says legal union between a man and woman for the purpose of producing fruit, for the purpose of fulfilling destiny, for the purpose of companionship, for the purpose of fulfilling the assignment of God on earth. And that is why the primary reason why God created man and woman, put them together, is for the assignment. He said it is not good for a man to be alone. There was no suitable companion for man. So God had to make Eve for him. In Genesis 2 verse 18, he said there was no helpmeet. So from Genesis 22, 20 to 25, God made for Adam, Eve, suitable companion. The compatibility part of it must not be neglected. Why do we talk about the compatibility when you are making a decision, a choice in marriage? Amos 3 verse 3, he says, can a two do a thing together except they agree? Can they work together? The compatibility aspect of marriage is that oneness of vision. If an individual you intend to join yourself to does not have a vision that is corresponding to your own vision, there can be an agreement in that union, and there can be a betterment of the parties involved. That is why God created Eve and Adam, said, this is the bone of my bone, the flesh, because she was compatible in the vision that God gave Adam. Search out for somebody that have the same vision, that have a similar vision to that which God have revealed to you as your gift, as a calling where you are supposed to function in life. That is why it's very critical. It is necessary. The purpose and the origin of marriage is to make one better. A woman help a man, and a man make a woman to be better as well. So agreement is a vision, oneness of vision. That must be a major factor when we are considering the compatibility part of the union. Is your vision one with the one you are connecting to? Then there is compatibility. And that compatibility is what will cause a man to be committed to sacrifice as an act of love. And it's that compatibility that will cause a woman to be submissive as an act of love, to be tolerant, to be manageable, to help one another. It requires just more than the physical beauty, that oneness of vision. Proverbs 18:20 says, he that find a wife. If you are not the one that find, you allow people to find for you. You allow environment to choose for you. You allow a influence of people. Then you will not be able to be available to commit yourself because you did not make that decision yourself. Compatibility in terms of vision is very necessary. Peter said in 1 Peter 3 verse 5 to 7, he said, wife should submit yourself to God, to your husband. Don't let your beauty become the outward adoring, wearing of jewelry, plaiting of long hair, no. But let it be of the quietness of the spirit in humility, submitting yourself as though were the ancient women of God, like Sarah did, calling her husband Abraham, Lord, my Lord. So likewise, he advised that. But you cannot commit to submitting to whom you do not choose as your partner. Looking at the difference in vision, so it must be one in vision so that the commitment can be there. And then, so this is very critical if we are to fulfill destiny. These three aspects of life must be chosen, we must allow God, the leading of God, the Spirit of God, to be the umpire, helping us to choose wisely the career that we are to function in. Because if God does not help you to choose in right career, you can function without impact. A man can live in without impact. A man can be wealthy called according to the state of economy of the world without a life impact. Why? Because it's not functioning in the will of God. Remember, Proverbs 19:21, many are the devices in the heart of man, but the counsel of the Lord standeth sure. Only the counsel of only the gift of God, only the purpose and the plan of God in the life of a man have the capacity to emit life, to impart generation, and to become light to the world. The world is dark, is full of darkness. So you need the will of God in you to be expressed out as a light. For that light is a receipt of the destiny of God that is in you. You are the light of the world. I am the light of the world. But that light is a product of life. And the life is the destiny God gives to us. Genesis 2 verse 7. He breathed his life into a vessel of the earth core, and it became a living soul. He became a living soul. spiritual family. So be ensure that you yield yourself to where God wants you to worship, fellowship part time, so that you don't meet out of destiny. I am declaring that this moment, because we have listened to this three aspects of life, we must not take lightly in our own life and teaching other that our emotion, money, environment, influence of friends, family must not be taken as a priority when we are making decision about these three aspects of life. Regarding a career choice, regarding a spiritual family, that is church where you are to worship part time, then regarding the life partner marriage union. When these things are guided by the Spirit of God in us, which is in us, He's ever ready. Say when He come, He will guide us into all things. He will teach us. So He's more than willing if we submit ourselves. But when you are waiting and asking God to direct, to guide you, don't work with time, because God does not work with time. He work with time according to the pattern that He set for a season for a man. But you must learn how to follow God at His pace, not at your pace. I pray that God will give us grace not to miss it. And as many that have been on a wrong path, God will direct your step so that you will be properly guided by God according to His to fulfill destiny. May your destiny not be crashed again. In case you are not born again, just submit yourself to the will of God at this moment, and then God will direct your path. He says in Psalm 37 verse 4, delight yourself in the Lord, and He shall grant you the desire of your heart. Until you are part of Christ, God cannot guide you by His Spirit. And that is why it is very necessary that you become part of God and part of the family. For everyone that have listened to this, you are blessed. And everyone that shall watch it or listen to this later, also you are blessed. And I pray that God's blessings continue to help us and His Spirit guide us daily. And also, if you have not yet subscribed to this channel, this is the Stream of Life channel, as it is titled in the YouTube, and also click on the handle in the Facebook, OG's Sammy and Icheme Sammy, as well, to get more update on the spiritual reality that can guide us and help us to navigate correctly. The next topic that we shall discuss is about family altar, which I believe God will use that to help us. If you have not subscribed, subscribe in the YouTube channel, and also share, help, and then watch as well in the Facebook platform. God bless you. God bless you. You are blessed.